Yo, what's going on, everybody? How we doing, man? Yo, welcome to today's episode 308 of the Confidence in the Clutch podcast with Donald Nelson on the Confidence in the Clutch Network. We don't have a life accused as a teacher coach today because your boy on spring break, coming after the birthday, had a great birthday. Let me tell you something. I stayed up until 6 in the morning. I got my butt in the bed at 6, thinking I was going to wake up at 6:30, 6:45 to go to work. So guess what didn't happen on Friday? Yeah, but I had a great time, man. It was all good, man. You ready? Let's jump into this, man. Jump into this. Where we at? 2:45. We do it like that. All right. Got our beat. Let's roll. All right. Let's talk about these Final Fours. 40-44. All right. Let's start with the women. Like, real to real, number one, undefeated, toughest schedule in the country. Aaliyah Boston, consensus All-American, lost Associated Press Player of the Year to Cailin Clark of Iowa. Also lost Naismith Player of the Year to Cailin Clark of Iowa. Like, it burns a little bit because they were undefeated, but I do get it because I've been the victim of, is it the best player on the best team that's truly dominant, or is the best player in the country or the conference? Like, the last 2 years, I have a girl on my team who numbers is better than everybody, but we finished in third and fourth, respectively, the last 2 years. Now, at least Cailin Clark was at the top, right? Ranked number 2 in the final polls. So we can say that she was warranted, but, you know, some people with the soft spot like I have for South Carolina, Dawn Staley, of course you want Aaliyah Boston to win, but Cailin Clark was official, like official. So you can't really get mad at it, but it's because of how it was portrayed in the media. It wasn't Aaliyah Boston's to win, it was Cailin Clark to lose. You feel me? So those are two different things. And the reigning player of the year, Aaliyah Boston, at that. So, you know, it's one of them things, man. Cailin Clark was legit. She got all the highlights. She got the flash with her game. Aaliyah, hard worker, do what she got to do. The difference between both of them is Aaliyah played way better D than Cailin, and that's where me as a coach, that defensive presence is what it is, and we're undefeated, and we're the reigning national champion, right? Going for a repeat. So not only did Dawn Staley not only did Aaliyah Clark get screwed out of 2 awards, Dawn Staley lost AP Coach of the Year to Terry Moran of Indiana. And I'm like, what? Wait. Returning national, defending national, however you want to say it, national champion, undefeated team, like 40-something game winning streak. Like, so I look at it and then like, it burns. Straight bullshit for both, but let me shine my rings right fast. You know what I'm saying? Let me shine my ring. I still got it. Y'all play for the award, some people do. We play for the reward, some of us do. Fuck out of here. Like, both sides of the ball, G. Like I said, Aaliyah plays Mad D, so she can't get blanked out of the Player of the Year awards. You know what I mean? Dawn Staley, the job she does and what she built down in South Carolina with all them, you know what I'm saying, everything she do and how she stands up for the women's game, not just the black girls, but all the girls, all the women, and how they get treated and misrepresented in the media. Like, it's never, like she said, you can't celebrate 2 players. You're only celebrating 1, and that's bullshit. So you got to pick and choose, which make it a racial thing and all that stuff. But the media does this. Their bosses does this. The gatekeepers does this. Or do this. Fluid. What you want to do? Fuck it. Screw it. Let me see if I can ride the beat like this. Riding in my motherfucking drop top 6 like I'm in 96. Yeah. All right. So then I watched the national semifinal game with the South Carolina Iowa game. And Cailin Clark is fucking amazing. Like, I've seen highlights, little pieces of games throughout the year, but to get 41-6-8 on the defending national champions at the Final Four is amazing. It's amazing. The game plan that Iowa had was 50-50. I like it. Clog the paint a little bit. Double the post whenever Leah or the other sister got the rock. Leave the girls who can't shoot threes. Dang, this shit jumping fast. Leave the girls who can't shoot threes at a higher clip open. Like, so that's a strategy. I get it how you might be felt disrespected, but work on your game. Work on your game. The girls with the lowest 3-point percentage, yeah, we're going to leave them open because we got to worry about getting killed inside and getting our post player in foul trouble. We know who we can't sag off on. We know who we can sag off on. That's an elite level of coaching. That's not disrespect. You know what I mean? Like, if you say, yo, they playing for us. We ain't got to, I'm leaving you open. That's gamesmanship. That's talking crazy. Once you knock a couple down, then we got to hold your ass. It's that simple, man. It's that simple. But Cailin Clark is unbelievable. Off the dribble to three. She's fast as fuck. She's a great passer as well. She's a new age Stewie. You know, and after the game, you know, Aaliyah Boston protecting her teammates. Don't want nobody to see her crying because they saw her crying and made memes out of it. Their press conference all over was just amazing. Like, Aaliyah Boston has another career in media. Like, I don't like when they say people speak well because they only say that shit about black people. Like, black people supposed to not be able to speak well. She speaks clearly, and her voice is powerful and is strong, and she has all the fucking answers. So shout out to you, Aaliyah Boston. After the game on Saturday, she says she's entering the 2023 WNBA draft. Kudos to her. She has another year eligibility left, but, you know, she's leaving it all on the table for what they did at South Carolina. I love that. Now, I didn't watch the semifinal before that because I was out with Bells. Had to go to the mall, but you know, before that, Dawn Staley left something for people to think about. She left something to think about the coverage of her team versus the coverage of the white teams. Like, it's sickening. Like it's like, you know, you make comments, you know, and all these things that we've been having to buck since the slave system, caste American system, all these things that black people to this day still have to fight up under and fight against. Just the coverage. Like, Don was like, we can't celebrate two players. We can't multitask and juggle women. And she was standing up for all women. Like, there's nothing against celebrating the one, but we have more than one in our game. So let's celebrate the ones that deserve the attention, like her players. She wasn't bitching. She wasn't complaining. She wasn't making it a racial thing. She was just saying, yo, if we were an all-white team doing what we did, we would have got way more. We would have got way more. We would have got way more pub. Oh man, I gotta turn my phone off. We got way more pub. I'm a Bluetooth speaker off. Okay, so that's all she was saying. But we get to the championship game, right? And I stand with Dawn Staley all day. Like she told the media, I know who y'all is out here talking that shit. Y'all need to be careful where y'all talking that shit, because everybody ain't with the shit y'all was. Now, Dawn is too much of a professional to let them names be out there, because those people are already exposed now, because she knows where they was. So they're already exposed, meaning they thought they were talking about around their friends, and they weren't. So this damn near back to Rutgers and Don Imus calling them nappy-headed hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's always something when it comes to black women, black girls, because of the triple threat oppression. Out of every nationality, ethnicity, whatever you want to call it in the world, the only woman that has the triple threat oppression, when we say that, we say classism, sexism, and racism in no particular order, is the black woman. Classism in America and in the world, money. Sexism because she's a woman. Racism because she's a black woman. So, you know, poor, middle, elite, we got everywhere, billionaires, we got everywhere, but, you know, our status, in especially in America, triple threat oppression, nobody else faces that, man. So I stand in solidarity with my black queens, my black sisters, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to that, because, yes, it's hard being a black man, and we may say our lives is harder, but we only face racism and classism. We don't deal with the sexism. We kind of do if we dealing with the sexism, if we deal with lesbian women, though. We do. But not as much as black women do with sexism from everybody. So, national championship game, y'all. Monkey's outfit was fire. Shit, tiger fire. You know what I mean? Like, Cailin made 4 threes from at least 25 feet out in the first half. I'm like, shit, just balling out of control. Like, you can't, like, what the fuck we gonna do? Angel Reese is dope. when I was watching the game, like, yo, the girl is fucking amazing, man. Her motor's high as fuck, pushing the ball, rebounding the ball, passing the ball, like, and see, my thing is that I know, and I picked this up from Draymond Green, and I know this as well. The most aggressive team sets the tone for how the game is going to be called, and they're going to get the majority of the calls. LSU was the most aggressive team. You know, it wasn't because they're black. It's because they were the most aggressive team. So when they did that forced Iowa to play the same way. But if Iowa wasn't used to playing aggressive and was more of a finesse team, now your aggressiveness, if you haven't been playing like this the whole year, it shows in your lack of understanding how to play aggressively, pressure D without fouling and all that stuff. It makes it look like y'all was the more aggressive team, which means we got to call fouls because the way y'all was playing was a little bit more reckless than the way that LSU was playing. Does that make any sense to you? Confidence clutch coaching, baby. Let's get it. So that forced the referees to let them play physical. Iowa had the match. LSU was moving and cutting so well because they were a faster team than Iowa. See, Iowa was able to leak out like a motherfucker on South Carolina on Friday, but LSU was a faster team for that game for that day. Now, we play the games, who knows what would happen. For that game that day, they were stopping some of them leak outs or whatever and getting them long passes. Iowa runs the floor very well, so, you know what I'm saying? To me, it's almost like they leak out, but nope, shit. So then you go into the second quarter, there's no Reese, no Poole, with 2 fouls apiece. So we talk about the people from Iowa complaining shit. Y'all had no Reese, no Poole coming into the second quarter, and they both had 2 fouls. LSU was leading by 5, so it's like shit. If we Iowa, we straight. We come down here to trade, another trade, we good. But what happened? LSU outscored Iowa 32-20 in the second quarter. You know what I mean? For a 17-point lead they had. Jasmine Carson had 25 points, 5 for trade balls off the bench in the second quarter. Hot as fuck. The question I had at halftime is, do we leave those players in when Reese and Poole was out with foul trouble, or keep going with who got us up, right? So that's the LSU adjustment. The Iowa adjustment was, do we pack line and leave one open to double Reese when she comes back in the game? Do we pack the middle and leave the shooter open like we did against South Carolina? So the game got a little bit closer, 75-64 in the third quarter. LSU led by as much as 21, but the foul appeal Mulkey pulled was genius because it stopped their run. You burnt the timeout, but it made it a longer timeout. The only thing I didn't like is when they got appeals of that shit, the players should be able to sit and don't stand like it's a 30, but they're trying not to give the coaches a long-ass timeout, and I get it. So you're getting a long-ass extended 30, which means you can't sit. But you had that timeout along with the media timeouts, right? So that Cailin Clark tech for throwing the ball and saying something, she needs to talk to her teammate. I forgot her name. Cisnano, because she made a good ass basket in the third quarter and tapped the ball and got a delayed game. So when Clark just threw the bitch behind her to the camera roll, that's a delayed game tech. Like, you got to call that. You got to call that just because. You could have talked with her, but you can't talk with her when we already gave y'all warning. See? So then we get Clark, Zinano, and Warnock all have 4 going into the fourth quarter. So when I'm watching the game already, I'm like, this setting up like some black versus white shit. Like the way they doing it, because Iowa loses is setting up black versus white and all this shit. The black girls are more physical and play like boys. The white girls not as physical and are the victims. Bullshit. Like I saw that. But we know what happened. LSU pulled that shit out. Kim Mulkey had 9 new players coming in for her second year. Can't nobody say that transfer portal work for her. She had 2 years, y'all. 2 years. We won the title there. Reese, which you can't see me shit to Cailin, which everybody's in the rage about. You see, I didn't lead with that shit. I led about LSU winning this shit. You know what I mean? Like it's not the John Cena, it's the Tony Yayo shit, right? So John Cena made it famous with WWE. Tony Yayo's doing this shit. So Cailin it's fair. Putting the ring finger in her face, it's fair because we talk shit. Y'all may not hear us talking shit in the thing of the game, but it's done been plenty conversations. I mean, my girls be telling me shit. They be getting called cunts and all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? The fucking, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like they be, it be shit in like the pile in football Like the pile in football, right? Like what happens in the pile, stay in the pile. This shit that happened in the paint, that stays in the paint, man. So it was fair because Cailin was stunting on Cash the whole tournament. She doing shit back and forth in Sweet 16 with the Louisville girl, doing the Tony Yayon, telling her shit. You know what I'm saying? Stop talking. Y'all down 15 type shit. So everybody talk shit. It's basketball. It's just when, you know, is you know, like they could say when she disrespected Alexis from South Carolina, like, man, fuck her, let her shoot. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But if that want to fuel another team, it is what it is. Like, it's good for basketball. It's good for basketball that we got women out here talking shit like the man do. I love it because it's on the court. It's just on the court. They ain't taking it to the streets. They ain't taking it to Twitter. They ain't going to the club and shit. It's going to be a shootout. You know what I'm saying? None of that stupid shit. None of that stupid shit. It's basketball. I love that shit. So it's good for basketball that LSU won. It's good for basketball that LSU won. It's good for basketball that LSU won. Monkey got her 4th title, 3 at Baylor, 1 at LSU. Like, Cailin Clark, she got 1 year left. I'm like, leave and go to the league unless you want to come back and try to win against LSU next year or whoever may make it. The WNBA is not ready for that change. But I heard Gino talking about, man, just imagine the viewers if UConn and motherfucking Iowa was in the thing. See, Gino say that little slick shit. Like, Gino, that's like saying the 2 white teams would have got more viewers than the 2 black teams. Nah, because you know who tuned in to watch them LSU girls? The blacks. You know what I'm saying? They want to see these girls because South Carolina got put out. So we want to see if they can handle Iowa. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So the 2 white teams, I don't know. We're going to see, though. We're going to see if UConn can make it. I was listening to somebody say yesterday, they like Cailin Clark need to transfer to UConn. Damn. That'd be amazing. Her and Paige Beckers, that'd be fucking amazing. But can she play like that at UConn, though? So, listen. The WNBA ain't ready for Cailin's range. Cailin scored the most points ever in NCAA tournament, men's or women's. 191 points, 60 assists, and 32 three-pointers are all records for a single women's NCAA tournament. Kim Mulkey is the first woman to win a national championship in multiple schools. LSU has scored 102 points in the NCAA tournament championship game, which is a record. LSU was 11-17 for threes and outscoring Iowa bench 30-8. The most outstanding player, Angel Reese. 34 doubles this season. 2 games she didn't score a double-double is a record. Shout out to Angel Reese for not fitting the narrative or the box. Like she said, she was in her moment. I was just doing this shit because I seen her doing it while I can't do it. I got that ring. Shit, you can do all this shit. Oh, I got that ring. It's just talking shit, y'all. Y'all don't talk shit to y'all guys and people and shit. We talk shit and just having fun. She was in her moment. For the girls that look like her, unapologetically love that. You know, remember, after Dawn set the stage for us to be great, of course the white media is going to make a big thing out of it. Oh, she's classless. She's tacky. She's an idiot. She wasn't raised right. She's a classless piece of shit. Yo, white media, eat a dick, straight up. Talking about us like that, man. This is what it is. Because I wonder, and my last statement is, I got a great question for everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a great question. Now I'm going to tell you why I told him to eat a dick. You know what I mean? Like, this is what Dawn Staley was talking about, how the black teams and athletes get covered as sickening. The blacks can't do what the whites do. So she can do this shit to her homegirl who was white at Louisville, no problem. Ah, ha, ha, look at her. She has heart and emotion and shit. Tom Brady yelling, oh, yeah, he has heart and emotion. Cam Newton yelling, he's a cancer. You can't talk black. He's supposed to be a leader. He's not a good leader and all this bullshit. Black versus white. So let me break it down to you. The blacks can't do what the whites do, and if they do, you can't do it to the whites. You can do it to black, Hispanic, or Asian, but you can't do it to the whites. That's bullshit. Bullshit. It's bullshit. The victim shit is sickening. Yes, Bayou Barbie could have got fired on for being in her face, but she really didn't embrace. She just walked up to her like, yeah, I'm geeked. Like she was geeked. They just wanted natty. I get it. It's emotion, G. Over here, we control our own narrative, Confidence in the Clutch, right? Cailin is great. Angie is great. You know what I'm saying? Like Angel is great. Like Iowa was great. LSU was great. South Carolina was great, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Virginia Tech was great. They made the Final Four. Cailin NIL deals opened up at 12:01 a.m. Yo, she has a bag to get. She's fuck that giving money to the shelter. She gonna get paid millions of dollars now. You know what I mean? Angel Reese. Look. Her fucking shit, what she did for her brand is going to go through the roof. They already got, what's my girl name? Man, I forgot her name. They got the rapper on the team signed to Rock Nation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? At LSU, it is what it is. So this was the bullshit. And I seen they clarified this shit today. We're going to let it breathe, though. Jill Biden was at the game and says both teams should be invited to the White House. Huh? What you mean, Jill? Do the Iowa sportsmanship. Jill, you with the bullshit. You with the bullshit. Right now, LSU should be like, I do the Iowa sportsmanship. So we didn't have good sportsmanship? We won the motherfuckers. What are you saying, huh? So per ESPN, LSU star Angel Reese tweeted a link to a story on Jill Biden's remarks Monday. Quote, a joke. Quote, she wrote, along with 3 rolling on the floor laughing emojis. Jill, you can't do that, Jill. You can't do that shit. And then the clarification statement. Fuck a clarification. You said what you said, Jill. We might not go. You can't say no shit like that. You're fitting the right white narrative, the white idea, the white opinion. And that's fine for white people wanting white people to win. But it's a way y'all got to have y'all mouths fixed to say when you talk about it because it could come out racist. That ain't on us. That's on y'all. Nick Wright came with it on First Things First. It's just pure racism. Marcellus Wiley, not so much. I get it that he said what he was saying that Angel Reese ops wasn't Cailin Clark in Iowa. It was the media and the motherfuckers on Twitter. And she could have did that. She did it. She was fine. She said, he said, like, if Cailin Clark was talking shit during the game, I'm cool with her doing the shit. But if Cailin Clark wasn't talking shit during the game, then you can't say you did it for Alexis at South Carolina and all that shit. And she did it 2 games ago in the Sweet 16 or whatever the fuck it was, or Elite Eight. You can't say she did that shit and use payback, but that's his opinion. Final thing, and this is why I told the white media, fuck you, that talked dirty about her. You know what I mean? Like they said Keith Olbermann and motherfucking Portnoy for Barstool Sports motherfuckers talking shit. Called her a classist piece of shit. So final thing, if Caitlin won and did the Tony Yayo or Cena for the Whites or ring motion to LSU, would we be talking about her? I didn't fucking think so. Yeah, shout out to LSU. Wow, I spent a lot of time on LSU. The game was great, though. The Mans didn't watch the Final Four and saw the last minute of the Mans tournament game yesterday. Congratulations to the University of Connecticut for winning. For what I saw of the tournament, they were the most dominant team. Shout out to San Diego State for getting there. Shit. It just is what it is. We can't help that the women's game was that more exciting. It's good, but the man deserve their respect. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. All right, y'all. NBA, y'all. NBA, let's do it. Dwayne Wade, Dirk Nowitzki, Greg Popovich are among the finalists being elected to the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame class of 2023. Pau Gasol, Tonya Parker, and Becky Hammon, international stars, have also been voted in. Much love to them. Drew Holiday, last Wednesday, earned his first 50-point game of his career versus the Pacers, 51-88. Giannis had a triple-double fastest of his career, earning it with 8 minutes left for the third quarter, 38-17-12. The Giannis poster body-to-body on Jalen Smith. Why did Cuz jump? I don't know. Grayson Allen flower dunk on Aurora. Man, the Bucks were 3-1 in that road trip. KD returned and got his home debut in a 107-100 win versus the Wolves. KD had 16-8. A rough out, and he missed the last 10 games, but at this time, the Suns are 4-0 with KD from when I took this note. Kings earned the first playoff trip since 05-06. Lakers versus Bulls. Joe Brian talking to Pat Bev with the hell no, you ain't scoring on me shit was funny as hell. Pat Bev hit Brian with the finger wave on a sick baseline out of bounds that Brian pass was almost successful on. And AR Austin Reeves hit Pat Bev with the too small celebration after scoring on him. So if Pat Bev could wave, if Brian could say hell no, you can't score on me, and Austin Reeves can do the too small, what type of vitriol do they get? What type of excoriation do they get in the media? And they black and white, man. Just saying, make it make sense. Pat Bev makes the games fun with his little antics and shit, right? And irritant at times, but fun. He makes it fun. He keeps it clean. Better than Dylan Brooks type shit. That was dope. Kyrie says the newness of his new team is a lot of new players, the coaches, the management. So my thing is, why they traded for him in their future are questions he wants to know now. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they're fighting to get into the playing game. All legit questions and situations. It's the business, bro, though. If they don't make the playoffs, it's not on Kyrie. If they don't make the playoffs, it's not on Kyrie. If they don't make the playoffs, it's not on Kyrie. It's on management for making the fucking moves. Kai has had issues everywhere he had played. This is not on him. The Mavs are 8-15 at the time when I took this note with Kyrie, Irving, and Luka. Period. Since the trade. Curry signs in a nice-ass extension with Under Armour. Curry took a chance on them, and they did the same on him. Per ESPN, the growth potential of the stock awarded and expected annual compensation. Could see Curry earn more from an Under Armour extension than from his NBA contracts, which totaled more than $473 million through the 25-26 season. So, he has, this is the 10th, this is his 10th year of his, 10th consecutive model of his signature shoe. He's the ninth NBA player to have a 10-year shoe. So congrats to him. He's in the top 5 of the highest grossing signature shoe line out of 22 people that have signature shoes in the motherfucking league. Shout out to Corey. So NBA opted out of the early opt out of the CBA on Wednesday, but they came back on Friday and they did agree. But let me get to Thursday. Thursday, went to the Celtics Buzz game for my birthday. Happy birthday to me. It was a packed house, ass whooping 140-99. Celtics hold a tiebreaker. If they get tied up, that ain't going to help. Boston lost by 19 to Washington on Tuesday. Milwaukee beat Pacers Wednesday. That was the Bucks' 5th game in 7 days. So what? Celtics were rested with Milwaukee playing with a back-to-back night. Tatum had 41 3/4. Boston shot 51% from 3. Boston looked like the better team that night for sure. You know what I'm saying? The nasty with that was a good foul Blake gave you, but he did the little extra, so you couldn't get the shot up. You headbutting him and shit, but what did he say to you for you to headbutt him? The nasty. Nah, the nasty. But yeah, it was a great time. I had a great time for my birthday. Now, Friday, the NBA and NBPA Players Association agreed on a 7-year deal when it opted out after 6 years. There's no modification on the early entry age. It was tabled until the next CBA. Veteran players, NIL deals, and G League Ignite and Overtime Elite were reasons to not lower the minimum age. I agree with them. I agree with them to a certain degree. I think they should lower it with that shit still going on, because the people that fuck it up, it is what it is. If the GMs want to take a spot from a veteran, that's their right as well. What difference does a year make? Now, there will be a new luxury tax bracket for teams that spend like crazy, like the Bucks. Think about Golden State. Think about Boston. The NBA is implementing a second salary cap with $17.5 million over the tax line. Those teams will no longer have access to the taxpayer mid-level and free agency. So think Golden State getting to be able to sign Dante DiVincenzo, Milwaukee getting to sign Joe Ingles, and Boston getting to sign Danilo Gallinari. Now, if I got more money, and we have revenue sharing, and we do have a cap, and I'm willing to pay motherfucker hundreds of millions of dollars in taxes to keep this shit going, that should be my prerogative. That should be my prerogative. But to limit me and tell me what I can and can't do, I don't like that. So, there will be a minimum games played for MVP and all NBA awards, and all, like all NBA teams and MVP and probably rookie of the year and all that stuff. So 6 man of the year. I don't know how you're going to do 6 man, maybe 6 man of the year as well, but the minimum is 65. Remember last week I said 68 to 70. I could do 68 to 70. That get them at least double-digit teams for missing games. 65, that's 17 games. Yeah, that's 17 games missed during the season. That's cool. This in-season tournament could arrive in 23-24. I don't get it. I don't know why we're doing the in-season tournament. The league does not do that. So regular season games starting November will count for the tournament. Top 8 will play single elimination. Final 4 will be held at a neutral site. Final will be only teams to play 83 games, which will not count towards record. Coaches and players earn additional prize money. So it's just like the play-in games don't count towards any NBA statistics except for NBA play-in statistic games, whatever. People that can sign a contract extension go up from 120% to 140%. Think Jaylen Brown. He would get paid crazy dough, especially if he makes an all-NBA team, which he has a great chance of doing. Taking a 4-year max from 165 to 189 million. Whoa. Players getting paid, fam. Players getting paid. Players can be spokespeople for cannabis and betting companies. No. They cannot be spokespeople for cannabis and betting companies. The cannabis, I'm cool with. The betting companies, hell no. You can't have players talking about DraftKings type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Because we already had the issue with Bradley Beal And the fan talking about he lost some money on them tonight. Like, nah, B, we can't have them on the commercials too. Nah. Please protect the players. Teams now can have 3 two-way contracts instead of 2. That's dope. All right. Sunday. Dallas are 4-11 when Kai and Luka plays. Lakers look good and win versus the Rockets. AD have 40-9. The playoff push right now, y'all. With 5 days left in the regular season. In the East, we have the spots 8 and 9 are tied. So let me get this up the right way, so I can talk my shit the right way. 8 and 9 are tied, right? So we got 8 and 9 are tied in the East, and we have who's that in the East? My fault, y'all. 8 and 9. The Atlanta Hawks and Toronto Raptors are tied in the East. And the 10th spot is separated by a game, which is Chicago Bulls. So I don't think any of them will catch the Heat in the 7th spot. In the West is where shit is muddy, though. 5 and 6 are tied. So we're talking about the Clippers at 5. The Warriors are tied. And the Lakers and Pelicans. Lakers are, the half game back. And the Pelicans are a half game back. They tied for 7 and 8. And they're all trying to get to that 6th seed, who right now, the Sacramento Kings has that locked. The Mavs are a game out of the 10th spot, what the Oklahoma City Thunder has, and are fighting for their playoff lives. But I don't know if any one of those teams want to just go into the lottery. Dallas need to make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Dallas needs to make the playoffs. Otherwise, it's gonna get real bad. And I don't want Kai to catch them strays because it's not Kai. It's not Kai. You traded away our best wing defenders, and we can't play defense. Me and Kai and Luka ain't the best defenders at their positions. How about that? We traded 2 of the best defenders that we had the best defenders on our team. It's not gonna work. The Milwaukee Bucks are the only team in position to get to 60 wins. They win all 4 games left. 56 and 22. I can see them doing it with their schedule. They got like Atlanta, Memphis, Chicago, and I forget who else. Maybe Oklahoma City or some shit. I can see them doing that. All right, we ain't doing no power rankings because power rankings stayed the same. Grizzlies 6, Cavs 5th, Sixers 4th, Nuggets 3rd, Celtics 2nd, and Bucks 1. That's what I got. And we finishing up with our quick ones, y'all. Our quick ones. Yo, Megan Thee Stallion. We talked about the Stallion. Stallion is a male horse, whatever, but I guess they're talking about how thick she is on the lower part of her body. At the Astros game, with the first pitch in that white outfit. Hottie. When she walked on the field, she pre-twerked in those jeans. In the words of Genuine, tell me, is there any more room for me in those jeans? See, men can't objectify women, right? When women wear form-fitting outfits and they look good. If they look good, they look good. She look good in them jeans. Like, I know what that looks like for real. It's natural as fuck. Don't get mad at the catcher for holding her around her waist when he came in and gave her the hug with the ball because he had his glove on. But look at their heights. Look how tall he was. He had to bend down. Where else was he supposed to and or grab her on the half hug embrace? Her jersey was tied up tight in the motherfucker. So all her breast was just, wow. Her waist was exposed, so he clearly don't want to make contact with that glove with her waist. She might got eczema, might break out or something. So he had a glove on and it landed like right on her hip. So it ain't like he was trying to caress and rub her. Motherfuckers talking about, man, you wasn't supposed to touch her. Man, he ain't do shit. And good job, Meg. You know, the pitch was wide and to the left. It's all good. Do they practice? Jonathan Majors can't release a stupid ass text that sides with him causing harm to a woman. I don't know what the fuck they doing. So that's just dumb. We're not doing that. So no, Jonathan Majors. All right, y'all. Hope y'all have a great Easter. Those of you that are Christian, I know this is a sad time for you, but remember, he rises. All my people with Ramadan, stay solid. Remember, you travel sick or ill. If you can't do it, you can't do it. You know, God understands. Allah understands. Do what you need to do. Make sure we're disciplined. Make sure we're dedicated. Make sure we all work hard and make sure we all sacrifice. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. Support your own Black-owned media. This shit is for everyone. It's Black-owned for everyone. Listen to and follow the network on various platforms, confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com, and wherever you listen to your podcast, search Confidence in the Clutch. Follow, share, rate, and review is important. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at K&K. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Clutch. Weekly, Donald Nelson, Dizzle, Deezy, Deezos, Don P, Don D, Donrilla. Host Confidence in the Clutch podcast with Donald Nelson and Confidence in the Clutch podcast about sports, entertainment, music, culture, religion, politics, and society. Have a safe and healthy night. If you're listening during the daytime, credit grade day on purpose, y'all. We up out of this bitch. We up out of this bitch, man. As always. Peace. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3 and the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.
Confidence.